Well, hi everybody. Oh well. Uh, Boy, are we ready for some good news, huh? Well, I got my fish tonight. Anyway, I don't remember when I first started using a pendulum, how many years ago it's been. But I mean, it's been over 40. But I started using one on a keychain about 20 years ago, because I found out by using a keychain and holding it that I have less control over it. So it says it's saying, yeah, you do. Look at that. But anyway, I thought I might use it on some of the things I'm going to read on tonight, right before I read on it, and then see if the pendulum matches the cards. I'm just trying and change things up a little bit and get things a little bit more going. I'm really glad that I've got you people to talk to. I know it seems funny because I'm not actually getting to talk to you, but I feel like I am. When I was walking tonight, I was listening to Michael Moore's podcast that he put out last night, or maybe it was earlier tonight he put it out, because it wasn't right. I think it's the second one he's put out since our sweet lady has decided to transition. Not that she decided. I have a feeling she fought it right up to the end, but she just knew she couldn't go on anymore, I'm sure. And now what we need to do is pray for her to have a beautiful transition, which some of the things I've heard from the other readers sounds like she has. But pray for us to have a transition into past the election and into the next year. And but maybe while we're all praying about this, maybe we should say, well, what can we do? What can I do? Well, since I'm almost as old as Ruth, not quite, but whatever. She didn't have too many years on me. Maybe this is for younger people, and I know you still got the coronavirus out there, but Michael Moore was talking about this tonight, that the people need to get out in the streets. Go to Washington, in the streets right in front of the Senate, protest blocking it, get the young people that were out marching against, the war rifles. Can't think of what they're called, and I know what they're called, but anyway, the young kids that watch their friends get gunned down and got a big group moving, to get them out there, to get all the women that came in on Washington the day after Trump got elected, to get a Black Lives Matter in there, to get these people out there to tell them they just do not want that seat filled, no matter what. And maybe it'll slow some of these Republicans down from wanting to vote on it in the Senate. Maybe it'll help them not get enough votes, because there is things that the people can do that show that they have some cojones, even though I'm pulling for them, believe me, vote blue no matter who. But I'm really upset with the Democratic House. And, a lot of the stuff that they have not done. Not the stuff they've done, the stuff they have not done, that I feel, that they've been dragging their heels. I mean, even if it is an election year, they could have had impeachment proceedings going against Barr already. They could have had impeachment proceedings going against Mike Pompeo already. I know they've got enough material to do it. We all know that. And they're just, we'll just wait for the election. The election's going to... Well, the election's not going to fix doodly squat if we don't have a fair election, and if we don't get to count our votes, and if we get the Supreme Court to be the one that decides who's the next president's going to be. So, you know, it's just like what the Democrats always do. They take a knife to a gunfight, and then they don't even pull the knife. They just, I don't know. None of us want them to be two-faced and dirty like the Republicans, but they could fight harder and use the rules to their advantage instead of just... Anyway, I'm just not trying to scare anybody. Things are going to work out. They're going to work out just like the universe intends it, just like things should be. Obviously, we needed a huge wake-up call, and if this isn't going to wake us up, nothing is. So we might end up getting what we deserve. So we might need to get out there. We might need to do anything we can. And for most of the information that's coming from the CDC, if you're really paying attention, as long as you're wearing a really good mask and you wear it all the time, they said that would be better than a vaccine. And I have a feeling it'd be better than a vaccine because it's a coronavirus, and if it's anything like the cold coronavirus, you could be reinfected with it anyway. So it'd probably be a good idea not to start worrying about that mask business right now, just wearing it. Just like we brush our teeth, put that mask on. Anyway, I love you all for watching. And if anybody wants a personal reading, and I've been doing a lot of personal readings this week. It's been a wonderful week. It's Lynn Tarot Readings at gmail.com. Lynn Tarot Readings at gmail.com. You know, send me an email, and I'll get back to you with how to set one up. And I was told by a client of mine that I read for 2 or 3 times a month to tell you something I read for him, because I normally never disclose. I'm not going to disclose his name or anything anyway, but I usually never disclose anything that I do in my readings. But he called me a couple times the last 2 days and told me that I should do that. But anyway, it's just a guy I read for quite frequently, and he's a wonderful person. And about, I don't know, probably less than 3 weeks ago, I told him he had an inheritance coming. And we're gotten close enough over the readings where he started explaining to me where he didn't see where he could possibly have one coming because of this or that, you know. Anyway, that there was no way, but he ended up receiving a very large inheritance like 3 days ago. So anyway, he told me to tell you guys. I don't know why. He thought it might help my readings, maybe, because he's always trying to help me out. He's such a nice person. But anyway, since he gave me permission, well, I want to throw that out there. So that's kind of going against my principles, but I guess as long as I don't use a name or an amount, I'm not. But anyway, I'm going to do this a little different tonight. Oh, I see where I had did some writing. I just said, I'm sure you've all prayed for Ruth for her transition to the other side. Now we all need to pray for our transition to the other side of this election and into the inauguration. We need to stand up and be counted. Maybe get a huge march in the street. And tell them that we want that seat left open until the power changes, no matter which way it changes. And of course, it's going to change. We know it's going to change. We know it's going to change. And if they end up trying to fill that seat, and I feel like it'd be a try, because I don't think it's going to be that quick or that easy, but let's just hope that the Dems grow a pair and at least fight it instead of just give it to them like they usually do. But Okay, that's my first question. And what I'm going to do, okay, my first question is, will the Republicans get a new Supreme Court justice before the inauguration? Before power changes hands. Will the Republicans get a new Supreme Court justice before power changes hands? Before power changes hands. Will the Supreme Court get a new justice before power changes hands after the inauguration? Now I'm going to use my pendulum above these cards before I do the reading. I just thought it would be fun to check out and see what happens. And it says no. Look at that. I'm going to put it down, stop it, and raise it up again. Are they going to get before the election? No. That's great. So let's see. I'm just going to use these just like it is. I'm going to cut them. Looks like somebody going to higher ground here. Whether that was us or them, if it was really higher ground, they wouldn't. The label in this thing I have on is just making my neck scratchy. Making my neck scratchy. I hope you can hear me. Okay, let's, in fact, I'm going to tell myself so I remember when you're editing this to turn the sound up. So, yeah, I might as well cut them one more time just for the hell of it. This way so you can see them. I like that card there. I don't think there's any way, because we got the 9 of Pentacles for the signifier of this reading. That's the bird of paradise. That's for the Democrats. And then we've actually even got the Democrats working together on something. Working together. Really working together. Maybe even breaking protocol and going over and talking to some of the decent people in the Senate. I feel like this is them realizing that our country is one big family, because they're not all totally brainwashed. Most of them that are even following him know better. They're just trying to keep their seats. So it's like they're going over to the reasonable ones and talking it out with the 6 of Cups. And it looks like they just quit trying and walk away from it. They just let it go. So maybe there is going to be a lot of people out in the street. Something's going to make them let go of this. It could be all the money that's pouring into the Democratic Party. I've heard it's just been millions just since Ruth died, that it's just been a big influence of money into these places where people running against Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham, and there's just been a huge influx of money. And up here we've got the 4 of Swords, which means that we've got a real something's gonna put this in suspension. So they're not going to be able to rush it through because the wheels are turning. Fortune is turning. Even though as humans, and you know, we set time limits and this kind of stuff on our everyday routines and everything, but the universe has its own time, and it looks to me like the wheel is already turned. So it looks like they're not going to be able to do this. They're thinking they want to do, you know, some of the real a-holes, and they're thinking they want to do that and offer it up to Trump. But they're going to get cut off from it. They're not going to be able to do it. Going to get cut off from it. And it's going to make a lot of people happier if they back down. And it's even going to make some of the Republicans happier. Because just because a lot of people, and there's not even a lot of people, like 16%, since you count that there's not as many Democrats as Republicans to start with when they take those polls. But even if they like Trump, they still don't like the nasty things he does. So they'll even have a higher regard for the Republicans if they back off on this. And they're not going to get to do it. They're just not going to get to do it. So according to the pendulum and these cards in front of me, they're not going to be able to replace her. And let's hope that they're right. God, I hope so. So anyway, that's what's in there. And the next one I'm going to read on is I'm just going to do three lines across. Well, Frick and Frack and the daughter wife end up in jail when this is all over. So, what, Dumb and Dumber? So we'll do the first one across on Don Jr., the second one across on Eric, and the third one across on Ivanka. We're just going to do 4 across real quick, just to see. I have so many people asking me. Oh, I'm going to shuffle these one more time, and then we're going to use the pendulum over. Are they going to go to jail? I got a feeling if one goes, they all go, unless Ivanka screams on all of them and she gets out of there. She's the one with the most money put back. She's going to I got a feeling she's going to end up supporting the other ones when this is all through. But anyway, let's see. It's Eric, Junior, Eric, and Ivanka. Are they going to prison when this administration changes and they start researching? Are they going to prison? Well, it looks like a yes to me. Looks like a yes to me. At least for 1 or 2 of them. Let's see. I got this here in Mykonos. Anyway, I got 3 of them and gave a couple away, and if I'd have known I was going to end up using it for a pendulum, I'd have saved them. But I don't know how many years I'm going to live. This looks like this will last another 10 years. I'll be luckier and whatever. Anyway, we don't want to go there, but I'm sure that'll last long as I'm not out digging a hole with it. So, let's see. Don Jr. Well, he's walking away fast. He's in this up to his teeth right now. They're all in it together. Got the lovers. Oh, the challenge is everything. All this crap coming out. All these hidden secrets. All this stuff uncovered that's been hid. And justice is the future. So yeah, it looks like he's going to do a little jail time. For sure. Now let's do his brother. Let's do little Eric. Ooh, he's offering to tell. He's going to be a squealer. Oh, yeah, and he's already worried about that. He's sweating blood about that already. Even though he's lower profile, it looks like he maybe is more aware of what's going on. You know, everybody calls him the dummy, but maybe he's the smartest one. Maybe he knows more. He's more aware of what a dick his dad is than the rest of them. His challenge is he don't have much money put back at all. But that's his challenge. And yeah, he's going to move forward fast. So, looks like they got enough on him to put him in jail, but he may talk his way out of it. And let's see what the daughter wife is doing here. Oh man, she thinks that she's the Queen's meow still. Sorry, Melania. Ivanka's still thinks she's the wife. She's celebrating with the men about this tragic death. But justice is coming after her butt. Justice is coming after her butt. Got justice here. And they're going to make her an offer that she's going to want to refuse. But I got a feeling she can't refuse it. I just see her finagling her way out of there by giving up her everything she knows about her dad and the whole family. So maybe she'll talk her way out of it. I know I've heard some of the other readers say she'd even get pregnant to get out of it, but first of all she has to get close to Jared. I don't know. Anyway, she's done it before. She's got kids already by him, but who knows how long or how many years it's been since they've... Or maybe they just play roles all the time. Who knows? Who knows what's ever going on between. And the next one is... God, I can't even read my writing here. Oh, that was something about the rising in the mill. I'm not going to read on that tonight. Well, this is a question I get all the time, and it's, will we be able to save our democracy? Will democracy be saved? Will democracy be saved? God, I hope so. We all hope so. And if it's not, we're just supposed to learn that lesson, I guess. We all got to realize that there is a plan in this universe. It doesn't look like it 99% of the time, but we're all here to learn. This earth is a huge classroom, and we're all here to learn. And sometimes when we don't pay attention, we have to learn the hard way. And we find that out very young, but we forget it as we get older. So let's see. Will democracy survive this? President. current imposter in the White House. I'm sure if the truth was known, he didn't win the first time. Well, let's see. Will democracy survive? Oh, why? Oh, there it goes. That's why I like the key ring. You don't have to move it or anything. There it goes. It says yes. But you know, it hesitated first. And a circle is always yes, no matter whether it's to the right or to the left. But my circles are usually to the right, so it looks like we might think it's in the brink, but we need to have faith that it's going to come through. It is going to come through. Now let's see what the cards say about it. Going to do 4 across 4. Well, there's a lot of people looking at it now wondering if it can survive. People that know what's going on with stuff. A lot of people getting together in secret rooms trying to figure out how to get more money to go together for this election. Even though it looks like the Democrats got quite a bit of money. Maybe. No, this is about democracy surviving, so this has to be the Democrats. It wouldn't be the Republicans. Well, there is some Republicans that are helping the Democrats. So yeah, there's a lot of meetings talking about money in the present. The challenge is nobody paying any attention. It's like we got one news media and then Breitbart and a couple of they're not even news medias. Conspiracy theory networks and stuff, and Alex Jones and stuff, they're talking all this shit. But I've even got, like my own son, who don't want to listen to any news, or real news, because he says, well, how do we know what's real? And he's listened to enough right-wing people on the internet that he says, oh, every time I try to show him what's happening, he doesn't even want to look. He says, oh, it's happening on the other side too. I can send you the same thing. So, but he can't send it to me from legitimate news places. He can send it to me from conspiracy theorists and people that are getting all their news off Facebook and all that kind of crap. But if you're really watching all these other real news places, even if you don't agree with them, and I don't agree with the corporate news half the time, but at least I know they're not bald-faced lying to me. They're just stretching it, you know. They're just looking at it from a corporate angle. So anyway, so where was I going with this? I already forgot the question. Will democracy be saved? They're working on it. They're putting money behind it. Their challenges are so much bickering, and they're worried about, you know, stuff in the streets. But if we end up going to war, or if we end up with a fascist government, they'll be shooting people in the streets. The government will. So we need to really pay attention. Is it worth getting a couple of bruises now, or what? Or letting it go? And I hope this means there's a lot of secrets being revealed that's going to end up saving our democracy. I'm going to draw some more cards on this, on the future deal here. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. People are going to have to get out and take the high ground. They are going to find out, if people will only listen, about all these conspiracy theories and where they're coming from, and how that's one of the things that's going to get leaked in between now and the election, is how much of this stuff is just straight bullshit that's coming straight out of Russia and other, you know, bullshit places. I like this. So what I think is there's going to be a lot of secrets revealed. Going to end up being what's going to save it. Some people are going to really have to take the higher ground and do things that it's going to be hard on them and their family to reveal these secrets. And it's going to show how ridiculous all this misinformation's been if people would just listen. Main thing is getting people to listen. Nobody ever wants to listen about anything. It's just ridiculous. And then we've got the misinformation being pointed out and why it's misinformation. And then we've got the star. So this is matching the pendulum. It's saying, yes, it will be saved. After we're going to be thinking it's not going to be, we're going to be sweating blood, wanting to get the truth out, and then all of a sudden, some people are going to come forward. Some people are going to come forward that we wouldn't even suspect. And this is going to come out, all this delusion, it's upside down, and we got the star. So that's good. It looks like we're definitely going to save our democracy. That makes me feel better. And the next one is, will Lindsey Graham win his seat? I'm going to ask, will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? I like that better. Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Will Lindsey Graham? Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? God, I hope so. He's been such a sack of crap. Will Lindsey Graham, eyelashes and all. Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? I notice he's getting old too, and his pictures 10 or 15 years ago, you could always tell he had mascara on when it was a close-up of the Senate, but anymore he's kind of like me, you can't hardly even see his eyelashes. Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Come on, come on. Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Will Lindsey Graham lose his sleep? His seat. Let's do it. I hope he loses sleep too. Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Yeah. That's a quick yes. That's a big yes. Looks like he's just going to get his ass kicked. Okay. So, that's what it says. I'm going to cut these. Okay. Okay, I hear you. I'm cutting them. Will Lindsey Graham lose his seat? Oh, yeah. Big shift, big shift, big shift. Big shift, big shift, big shift. Loses to a Democrat. The challenge is that he thinks he's a musician and he can save it at this time even. That's why he may not, that's why he's still going to have his head up Trump's ass so far that he's brown. So he thinks he's going to have it his way. So this is a yes. Yes, he's going to lose his seat. Yes, he's going to lose his seat. Yes, he's going to lose his seat. Oh, I just want to thank you all. Oh, I want to thank you guys that gave donations in this last week. I was surprised, and I was I don't know why I'm always so surprised, but I'm just, anyway, thank you all so much. I just want to thank you. Because, what I'm saying, I don't know why I'm surprised at your generosity, because everybody's been so nice. But anyway, thank you all so much. So the next one we're going to do is Mitch McConnell. And we're going to do it the same way. Will Mitch McConnell lose his seat? It's like I said, it makes it harder because he could lose what the universe would be calling his seat just because the Senate goes blue. But let's just act playful tonight. I got a good night's sleep last night since I finally got a mattress I can sleep on. God, I couldn't believe how bad that was. I knew it was bad, but since I got another one, oh man, was it bad. Oh. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. I'll be damned. Look at that. Pendulum says, hell yes. Wow. Should use this thing more often. Maybe it's bringing me luck, or maybe I'm willing it to say yes instead of no. That's a lot of yeses in a row. I've got almost everything I've asked has been a yes from that thing, and it's harder to do a yes than a no with a pendulum. Oh, wow. Let's see what comes out with the cards. I'm almost afraid to look at them after seeing that pendulum swing that big. Up to you, sneaky snake, you. Moscow Mitch. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a lot of fighting going on right now. So, even right now, he's got some Republicans that he's even happened to argue with about trying to change this seat out before the election. Not that it's bothering him, but there's some bickering going on. This isn't like smooth, we're all going to vote together, so maybe there won't be enough votes to put or even if they make a vote on it, it looks like they're going to have trouble getting the votes. Excuse me, I got the hiccups now. Damn, this is when I need a drink. There's nothing to drink, darn it. Don't want to tempt myself. Okay, yeah, he feels, if everything's done right and the people are informed, yeah, he'll lose his seat. But he thinks he's got it right now. He thinks, oh, I've been here all these years. He's actually feeling over-secure about it, over-secure. Wow. 5 of Cups is a challenge. That's not good. That's not good, because the minute I flipped this over, I didn't even think of him losing his seat. Literally, I thought of him losing it physically. I think this is physical. I think he's sick. I think he's sick. And please God, I want to take no joy in anybody being sick. But, what do they call that? That German word, Schofounder or whatever. I swore I'd never had an ounce of that in me, but for just a minute. Anyway, it looks like he could lose his seat very definitely. I would say the challenge is, yeah, he don't have the pizzazz he thinks he does. And this is a yes card. It's the 4 of Wands. It's definitely a yes card. Women are celebrating. There's a woman running against him. It's a new house for her. A new house in the Senate. It's because of all the money coming in for her. I think her name's Amy McGraw, and I didn't care for her at all. I love the Justice Democrat that ran against her. I would have, even as poor as I am, I'd have sent money to them if they would have won. But they didn't. She didn't beat them by much, but she beat them. But anyway, this is all the money pouring in right now. That's what's going to win that seat from her. Even though she's behind. Can't believe anybody could be behind him. I think he's only got 13% approval rating. But anyway, yes, it looks like because of the money coming in that yeah, she's winning that seat. This isn't a man. This is a woman. He is toast. He's not even popular with his own party right now, which sounds, he probably hadn't been popular with them for years. They've just been going along to get along and to get that money and defeat at that trough. I would love to see so many Justice Democrats come in. What is it, 6% they say can change something? Well, look at all those assholes that are running the Senate right now that were those teabaggers. Nobody thought that they were going to come in, you know, and then pretty soon the tail's wagging the whole dog. So maybe we can do that with some Justice Democrats and get some people in there that aren't put in there by money and do what's right for the people and for the poor people and protect our Social Security and get Medicare and all this kind of stuff for everybody. Anyway, This is probably getting too long. I might have to cut part of it off, but oh, if only. Well, I had Susan and Lisa Mikowski. I'm not going to bother reading on them. They said they're not voting for this. Maybe tomorrow if I read again, or day after tomorrow or something. I'm not going to wait as long to read next time. Maybe I'll ask about them. I just want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody that's donated to the channel, everybody that's got readings, and I just want to bless everybody and just keep a big circle of light around the whole planet. I know the church I went to for so many years, the Logo Center, that was their logo, was Christ's hands around the world, just holding it in light. And so even stronger than ever at this time, we need this planet held in light. So just visualize this beautiful bright light of God shining down and healing up this planet. And I know it's there's more good people than there is bad. Let's all visualize this and put everybody's trust in this beautiful healing light. And I want to thank everybody for watching, and namaste.